Let me know down in the comments below what is the biggest bubble you've ever blown. Because we're going to be building Poplio. And it makes a lot of big water balloons. Hiya guys, welcome back to another Nanoblock unboxing build video, and this time we are doing Poplio, the water starter Pokemon from Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it really likes to create all those water bubbles or balloons, whatever you like to call them. And of course, if you are new, if you are watching this and you have blown a lot of water balloons in your life, do let me know down in the comments below what is the biggest balloon you've ever blown. So, looks like it's a little laggy there. Nope, so good. Yep, good. Okay, so we're ready to get with the unbox. Laggy again. Okay. You know, and as I figured, it is the same as from 2 weeks ago, where we're gonna have to sort out all the pieces first, and then, well, sort out all the pieces and then get to the build. Before I begin, guys, I just want to point out that I am also active on the community tab here on the YouTube channel. I do all sorts of things, from posting pictures to my latest projects, as well as polls which will affect the Twitch and YouTube channel. So please do spend a couple of minutes checking out all my community posts, and of course, enjoy the video. Okay, so I've now sorted out all the pieces that I'm going to need for this model, and there's quite a lot of dark blue, which is to be expected from the Poplio model. So we've got some 2x4s and 2x3s right here on the in the set. We've also got some 2x2s as well. There's also some 1x3s and 1x2s. There aren't any 1x1s. I don't know why, but it's good enough for me. Then we've also got some blue L's as well, right here on the right-hand side of the middle of the train. Then for the other colours of the build, we've got some white 2x4s, white 1x1s, and white 1x2s right here. Then we've got some cyan blue T's here, and 2x2s altogether. I believe those are going to be for the collar around Poplio's neck. Then some pink 2x2s or Magneta 2x2s, which will be for the nose, and a couple of black 1x2s as well, which I believe are going to be used for the eyes of Poplio. So with all the pieces now introduced, I'm now going to get to gathering all the pieces that I'll need for step 1 of the build, where we're going to be working on Poplio's body and its rear fins. And for step 1 of the build, it's really just these 6 pieces that we need. It's a 2x4 in dark blue, 3 2x3s, and 2 L's right here. So this one should be an easy step. It shouldn't really take me that long. In fact, I might as well do it on camera, just so you get an idea of what it should look like. So it should look, the first layer should look like this. And then the next layer, I believe I just need to put the 2x4 over the front like this. There we go, and just make sure that's nice and secure. And then the 2 L's, like what you can see right here on camera. 1 L where the gap is facing southeast, and then the other facing southwest. And then attach it together like so. And I should say, this is the first for me. The first step is it's an on-screen build. I never would have expected that. So it's really easy, and there's no it's just looks a little off at first, but hopefully in step 2, when I gather all the pieces that I'll need, put it all together, it should come a little more stable and a lot easier to build. So I'm now going to put this aside for a few seconds and gather all the pieces that I'll need for step 2 of the build. We've now gathered all the pieces that we're going to need for step 2 of the build, and first of all, we've got a dark blue 2x4 here, 2 2x3s, a 2x2, and a 1x2 right here. And then we've also got 4 L's ready for more of the main body for Poplio. So I've got to now pause the recording for a second whilst I do the build, even though the first step, that was really easy. So I'm gonna get to work on building more of Poplio's body. Part 2 is over and done with, and it was really easy. I began with the dark blue 2x2 right here where my pointer was at. Then behind it I did the 2x4 in a vertical position across the 2x4 from the first step. Then here at the back is the 2 L's, where one is facing, this one on the right is facing northeast, and the one on the left is facing northwest. Then for the next layer, I've done the same with the other 2 L's. One is facing southeast and the other is facing southwest instead, so that it's building up the nice curve appearance on Poplio's body. Then I also placed 2 2x3s, but one each behind each of the L's, so that it helps straighten things out. And then a 1x2 right here to connect everything on the back here. So you just have to make sure that one of the pegs is behind each of the 2x3s as shown on camera. If I can just, here we go. So it should look like that. And with that step over and done with, I'm now going to gather all the pieces that I'll need for step 3 of the build, where we're going to be working on more of Poplio's body, but we're going to start to create the foundation to help make the support for Poplio's arms. For step 3 of the build, we've got a nice little variety of pieces that we'll need. We've got the usual suspect, the dark blue 2x4 here, and 2 2x3s again, and another 2x2. We've also got 5 1x2s right here, and 2 1x3s, so that it is all ready for Poplio's body. So I'm gonna get started on that step, and hopefully we will have a nice solid foundation for the body for Poplio. Okay, so step 3 is now completed, but there is a little bit of an instability on this step. Let me explain what I began with first. So I started off with the dark blue 2x3s right here at the front. Each one is covering at least part of the L's from the 4th layer of the second step. And of course they are in a vertical position as well. Then on the behind each one, in the middle of the back of each of those 2x3s, is a 1x3 right here, covering the 2x3 from the previous step. And the same again here, like sort of like a mirror build. And then to fill in the gap right in between each one of those 1x3s is a 2x2 right here at the back. Then on the top layer there is 2 1x2s right here, where it's it should look kind of look like the Z patterns from the Tetris bricks that you've might have seen if you've ever played Tetris before. So one should look like this, and the other should look like this. And then behind each one, behind those is a 2x4 to connect everything together. And of course, right here at the back in the middle is a 1x2 in a vertical position. Now, it does look a little unstable, but hopefully in future steps we will have this resolved. But for now, I'm just going to gather the pieces that I'll need for the flippers, the front flippers for Poplio, which is on steps 4 and 5, then we're going to do the flippers first before we do the final steps, the final assembly of step 5. So let me show you what you need for those two steps. A dark blue 2x3, one 1x3, two L's, three 1x2s, and a 2x2. Those are the dark blues sorted. Then I just need, for the whites, 1x2s, so that they kind of like, I think they also help shape up Popplio's fin flippers. So I'm going to do one, both of them at the same time. One is going to be a fully assembled look, whereas the other, it's just going to be as part of each one of the steps. So it's going to be, and should be easy, but I'm not going to make a fuss about it, so I'm going to get started. Okay, so I have done the full assembly of step 5 with the right flipper here. I've done the partial assembly for step 4 so that you can get an understanding of what should look like, sorry. I began in right here with the blue L, where the gap should be facing southwest, or you don't have, you can ignore the system and just build around it, which is what I did. I then moved on to the white L's on both sides of the white 1x2s on both sides of the L, right here and here, and then right next to each one of those white 1x2s is a dark blue 1x2, one here and one here, so that it should look like one of Popplio's flippers. Then here at the back is another blue L, so that it helps to keep everything stabilized and together. Then on the top is a blue 2x3, where for step 4, it should be facing vertically, and the 1x3 should be right next to it on the tops, and then it's going over the 1x2. And then for step 5, it should be, the gap of the L should be facing southeast and northwest. Step 4, if you want it easier, it should be southwest and northeast. Then for the next part of each of those flipper builds, you just place a 1x2 on top, and then a 2x2 on top, and then a 1x2 as such, and then you can just assemble that under each one as such. And this is what Popplio should look like, your model should look like now, after putting on the, assembling the front flippers. So now I'm going to show you what pieces you're going to need to finish off step 5 of the build. And they're really easy. It's 3 dark blue 1x2s and 2 cyan blue 2x2s and T's. So I'm now going to get started to make sure that the build goes along smoothly and show you the end result in just a second. Okay, so this is the final assembly for step 5, and it's really easy. I began with the cyan blue 2x2s, one over the one of the 1x2s right here, and then another one on the other side like so. But before I placed this brick on the model, I went with the cyan blue T's, and I made sure that the odd peg is facing the right side as such, and then another cyan blue T where its long part is facing the other long part of the T, and then another cyan blue 2x2 right here. Then right here at the back is 2 more 1x2s here and here to connect everything together, and then another 1x2 right here at the back to help form the back of Popplio. So that is it for step 5, and it is still a little unstable, but hopefully in step 6 of the build, it will be a little more stable. But before I show you guys what pieces I'm going to need for the step, I've got a nice little friendly message for everybody to see. Do you like what you see on the screen? The link to the video will be down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But for now, we're going back to the build. And don't forget guys, you can always catch me on Twitch at 2 PM London time whenever I go live to play some Pokemon or some Persona 5 or maybe even some Destiny 2. But anyway, that is enough about the games that I'm playing. Let's get on with the build. And for the next step, we need 2 Cyan Blue Ts and 2x2s. We also need 2 Dark Blue 1x3s, 2 Ls, a 1x3, and a 2x3, and 3 1x2s. So with all those pieces now gathered together, I'm going to get started on step 6 of the build. Okay, so step 6 is now over and done with, and some of the instability has now been resolved on the model. I'm going to begin with what I've started off with first. I began with the 2 blue Ls, where one gap is facing the one on the right. If I could just take it off, there we go. This one here, its gap is facing southeast, and this one is facing southwest. And then behind it, it is just like we did in step 5, but in reverse. So 2 Cyan Blue 2x2s here, and then on the back, the 2 Cyan Blue Ts. Then for the next layer, I started off with the dark blue 2, here we go, the dark blue 2x3 right here. Then on both sides is 1x3s, one here, one here, followed by, on the back, a 1x2 on both of the 1x3s, where they are going to be connected by the odd peg. And then right here at the back, it is another dark blue 1x2. So that is it for step 6. For step 7, it looks like we're going to be working on Poplio's mouth and more of his head. Okay, so the pieces that we're going to need for step 7 are as follows. A white 2x4 right here, and a white 1x2, then a black 1x2. This will be the first that we've seen this color in this build. Then 4 1x2 dark blues here, with 2 Ls, and a 2x4 right here. So what I need to do with the white piece, the white 2x4, is then grab the black 1x2, place it underneath, and then another white, the white 1x2, and that is what it should look like. And of course, I will show you where it has to go in just a minute. Okay, so this is what the model should now look like after step 7, and the white 2x4 with the 1x2s underneath should look like this. But I'll explain what I did first before I put this brick onto the model. I began with the dark blue 2x1s, the 1x2s, one here and one here. It's kind of like a mirror build. And then the same again with a 1x2 here and here. Then right here behind each one is the Ls, the dark blue Ls. This one, the gap is facing northeast, and the gap side is right behind the 1x2 from the previous part right here, and northwest on the right hand side right here. And those gaps for those Ls are filled by the dark blue 2x4. And then I just applied the white 2x4 with the 1x2s underneath. And that's it for step 7. I'm now going to get to work on gathering all the pieces I'll need for step 8, where it looks like we're going to need a lot of white and some of the blacks as well. Okay, so for step 8 of the build, we've got a lot of whites here. We've got 6 1x2s and 2 1x1s. We've also got 2 black 1x2s and 2 dark blue 1x2s as well. So I'm going to show you what I have to do for some of the pieces. For some of the steps, I just need to apply a white 1x1 underneath a 1x2, like so. You need to do this twice. It's 1. This is 2. And then for some of the others, we just grab a black 1x2 and a white 1x2, like so, and then grab another white 1x2 and place it underneath on one side here, and then again on the other side, and like so. And that is what we're gonna need. So with all these pre-assemblies done, I'm now going to put them onto the model, which will hopefully not take me that long. Okay, so we're now done with the full assembly for step 8, and I started off with the white 1x1s underneath the 1x2 and placed it on the same peg as the black 1x2 right here, and the same again on the other side. Then behind each one of those is a dark blue 1x2, one here, and then again one here, followed by the 1x2 white and black to help form Poplio's eyes. There's one here, and again one here. So that is it for step 8 of the build, and now I'm going to get to work on gathering all the pieces that I'll need for step 9. For step 9 of the build, the pieces that we need are 2 1x3s and 2 2x2s, both in dark blue. Also in dark blue, we need 6 1x2s right here, and a white 1x2. So I'm going to quickly show you what we need to do on camera for one of the parts of the step. We need to grab 2 blue 1x2s and a 1x3, and then place it on like this, so that it resembles one of Poplio's ears. And I'm going to do it again on camera. There we go, that's 1, and that's 2. There we go. Now I'm going to put the do the assembly for the Poplio head with step 9. It shouldn't take me that long. Okay, so step 9 is now over and done with, and it was really easy. I began with the white 1x2 right here at the front, in front of the 2 white 1x2s with the 1x1s underneath, so that we have formed part of Poplio's mouth. Then behind the white 1x2s to form the eyes, I placed blue 2x2s, one here, one here, and then behind each one of those is another 1x2 here and here for the back of Poplio's head. Now, as you can obviously see, for the ears, the 1x3s with the 1x2s put together are one here and one here, so that we can now get a good foundation for step 10. And I'm just going to get all the pieces that we'll need for this step. Okay, so I've now got all the pieces that I need for step 10. We've got the 2 Magnetar 2x2s, we've got 2 black 1x2s, 6 dark blue L's, and 2 white 1x1s. Now, for the Magnetar 2x2s, you just have to put them on top of each other, like so, so that we've got Poplio's funny nose. And we just place it on the model here, like so. And that's the easy part. I'm now going to get to work on the hard part, which is the assembly of more on Poplio's head. It might take me a while. Okay, so step 10 is now over and done with, and obviously the Magnetar bricks are already done. I began with the black 1x2s right here, then I placed the blue L's where the gaps are filled by the black 1x2s each on each side. Then I grabbed a white 1x1 and placed them behind the black 1x2s on both sides again. Then 2 more blue L's where the gaps are filled by the white 1x1s from earlier. And then finally 2 more blue L's where the gaps are filled by the 1x3s from the previous step. That's it for step 10. I'm now going to gather all the pieces I need for step 11, and it's the final step. We're building the top of Poplio's head. And the final pieces that we need for this model are 3 2x4s and 2 1x2s to create the top of Poplio's head. It shouldn't take me that long. I'm just going to go off camera and do the final assembly. And when I do it, I will show you what it looks like. And this is it, the final assembly for Popplio. Step 11 is over and done with, and it's really easy. I just started off with a blue 1x2 right here at the front. Then the two 2x4s, one here, the 2x4s, one here, and then one here, followed by another 1x2 right here to form the curve on Popplio's head. And then to top it all off, a final 2x4 right there. To complete Popplio, the Sea Lion Pokemon, and it's ready to create the biggest bubble in the Pokemon world. Did you like my little unboxing video? If you did, why not check out my other content right here? I have a nice little video for a Nanoblock set from a video game series, or I have a playlist right here for all of my past builds. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you can help the channel grow, and ring the bell to get notified on my latest videos. Happy gaming, guys, and I'll see you at the next unboxing build.